Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally. If you are new here on my channel, I do a lot of crafts and a lot of furniture flips. We have a phenomenal dump in our town where you can take or leave anything. So a lot of dump hauls and some beautiful trash to treasures. So today I am in a challenge put on by Sammy at Unicorn Dust Designs called Try It Tuesday. And she does this every last Tuesday of the month. Check out her playlists and you'll see one for each of the months of the year. Somebody that inspires you, maybe on Pinterest or elsewhere, and then recreate or create something from their idea. And today I am doing this from Raggedy Bits DIY on Pinterest, and this was the item that I saw her create, which is this beautiful plate. And I also saw a couple of very simple ones. This one just seems to have like an IOD stamp or something on a plate, all the way to some of the most elaborate. So if you want to stamp on it and paint on it and add clay to it and decoupage, I mean, there's all kinds out there for inspiration. So today I have a split plate. I collect this ironstone in my collection, and I have had this for years, and after some significant use, one of the plates got like a hairline fracture, and so I was going to throw it away. Went looking, found that, and then decided that I was going to go ahead and paint this and see what I could do with this rather than throw it out, because I really do love the shape of it, and it would still match my dining room. I just wouldn't be able to use it. So I pulled out some paint that is actually a latex paint. I thought that might work best on a plate, although I know you could use chalk paint. And this is called Muslin Wrap, which happens to be the color in my living room on the wall. So I had plenty of that left over, and I really love this color. So I did go ahead, and you have to use a Lazy Susan whenever you're painting something round. It just helps so much. I did go ahead and give this plate 2 full coats. Obviously, I did let it dry in between. And once that was completely dry and everything was covered and the crack covered up so well, no bleed through, you couldn't see it. It was really awesome right away to be able to see that, right here and now. I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. So taking the inspiration that she had on her plate, I knew that she had used these IOD stamps because I have the very same IOD stamps. So the first one, Painterly Florals, is where this beautiful lavender wreath and lavender stems come from. And that was my idea, but I had just made this for you in one of my recent videos, and I thought, you know what, rather than more lavender, maybe I will just jump off from where she started and do something different. So I pulled out a mustardy yellow paint and a stencil brush and this little stencil that I had gotten on, I believe on Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it. And then I just decided to go ahead and just pounce on that and rub on that and get some of those little beehive looking honeycomb on the plate. So here is where I am taking it and jumping off with something rather completely different. My plate is going to look very much different from hers, but I just needed that, some kind of inspiration. And then once I got enough of that honeycomb onto my plate, and I definitely need a haircut. I see that, I know. Working from home, nobody sees me. So then I decided to go on to my printer and take this rice paper and search for a pretty beehive. And I just went on to Google and searched until I found some free images and printed out a beehive. And then on the rice paper, I prefer the rice paper to the tissue paper. I just took the Mod Podge and Mod Podged the back of it so that I would be able to get that on there good. Place that on the plate where I felt that the best place would be, given the rest of my idea, and then put that down. And then I went ahead and pressed it down and rubbed all the wrinkles out as best I could with my finger. It depends on whether you like the wrinkles or not. I didn't have any problem with a little bit of wrinkle, so I just took out what I could. And then I went into my brocante stamp from Iron Orchid Design because I decided I was looking for a bee to go with this, and I just so happened to have one. So you just rub that on, as you've seen done many times, until it lifts, and then just can burnish that a little bit if you'd like with the cloth, your hand, or the plastic that it comes with, just to make sure it's good and on there. And then for the best part, we all know that antiquing wax makes everything better. So I just went ahead and took a chippy brush, put a little bit on, wiped it off on a towel or a little napkin there, and then I just went around spinning that. Another great use for the Lazy Susan, I just go ahead and then dry brush over. This really brought out the detail on this plate, the part about the plate that I really love, the scalloped edges and, just the beautiful design of the plate itself. And then I just took that napkin, went around, rubbed that in a little bit, and that was all there was to it. I think at the end of the day that this came out so adorable, and although I love the violets and had just done 2 violet projects, I really am glad that I ended up changing my mind and coming up with something different just to give you another idea and something that kind of went along with some of the items that I had been displaying in my home for spring. So I hope that you like this. If you have a plate, or you can certainly pick one up at a yard sale for 50 cents at Goodwill, even at the dollar store they have some. Find a pretty plate and see online what you can come up with and create something that goes with your decor. And it is just an inexpensive way to just add a little something. So I would love it if you would like this video, and also if you would hit the subscribe. I try to post at least once or twice a week, and don't forget to check out the playlist with all the other wonderful creators that took part in this Try It Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one.